Here's another question. If we don't have all parts of our brain aligned and working together, are you saying that if they're not all working together, the likelihood of getting what we want is really limited? And what does Stuart Lichtman talk about in the cybernetic transposition system about getting all parts pointing in the same direction? Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Is that unless you have a way to communicate and get everything harmonized, like your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, you'll get stopped. And that's the beauty and that's the uniqueness of cybernetic transposition. Pause, new video. Here's another question. How was cybernetic transposition discovered by Stuart Lichtman? What first got his attention and how did this work evolve? Well, at first Stuart was extremely limited in dealing with the world. He said he was almost catatonic. His parents were a piece of work. Those were his words and how he says it. He was spectacularly unsuccessful in his younger years. So he had to figure out a way to survive, and it wasn't very glamorous. The way it evolved, he had an intuitive feeling all his life that what he was being taught wasn't right. When he went to college, he went to engineering school, MIT, thinking that these people knew the way things worked, and that was a big mistake. But what he did get from that education was an understanding of artificial intelligence. As he evolved, he studied increasingly about human beings and became frustrated because at the end of each engineering system, there was a part that messed up, and that part was when the human being got involved. That is the way most engineers think of human beings, as a problem. So the question he posed, could you model human beings? Can you have intelligence without modeling? So he developed a technique to model human beings. The unconscious mind, studying it, understanding it, it took 18 years. And in the process, he learned more. He had a near-death experience where he suddenly had an increased ability to know what was going on, see beneath the surface. And if he focused on the center, the energy in the center of his chest, he would know things that logically he wouldn't be able to know. So this near-death experience led him into meditation. And one day he was sitting in his apartment in San Francisco, and suddenly it hit him, hey, here's how you can teach people how to use this marvelous thing called the brain to accomplish things. And it just came in. He started to write about 30 pages. Then the next day, more and more came in. And this was over about a 2-year period. And that, my friends, is what you get in the How to Get Lots of Money for Anything Fast book.